Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So, I came across this video that has really been all over internet, and the fact that when Black people talk, people do not listen is really something that I found very uninteresting. You all remember there was a video that broke out sometime early this year where a Black woman was asking why is it that they like adopting Black kids, right? And the video controversies and all, it was a controversial topic. And that topic was on the internet for more than a month, right? People were cursing Black people that they always find fault in everything and all that. But there is something that I have known about Black people. When a Black person says something, go and if they said something, or when let's say Black people, check that thing. If you go heaven and come back, that thing is true. So when that happened, people, and it passed, right? And just this week, husband and wife, they've already been arrested for adopting about 5 kids that look like me and trying to enslave them, right? They built a hut for them, like people that are slave. Yes. And these kids, they've been calling the cops. The neighbor suspected foul play. They've been calling the cops, and the cops has been showing off and showing in and all that, but their cup is full. Let's get into this video.
You know, for something that was so long ago and we should get over it. Every day. Every day. Every motherfucking day.
A West Virginia couple forced their adopted Black kids to work as slaves and live in a barn.
These children were targeted because of their race and their use as basically slaves from what the indictment alleges.
Neighbors reported that the children were forced into farm labor and were not allowed inside the main house. The 16 and 14-year-old were found locked in a shed with no lights, food, or running water.
Because there's no plumbing, there was no, bathroom facilities inside there. They were, appeared that their hygiene was, just horrific.
According to police, they smelled a body odor and had sores on their feet. On the wall, there was a camera to monitor them. The couple called the shed a teenage clubhouse and denied holding the kids against their will.
A teenage clubhouse. But we need to get over it. It doesn't exist. Hey, remember when we elected that Black guy? Racism just walked away. It just left. But again, it was so long ago. Like Debbie Burris in Florida saying that Juneteenth is National Chicken and Watermelon Day. So long ago. If you look off in the distance, you can see racism shuffling away like Bruce Banner in the Incredible Hulk TV show. It's just walking away. See how long ago it is? It's so long ago. Here's a little caveat. Donald Trump spoke at that Black church with that mind-melting, magnificent number of 6 Black people in it, and then left and went straight to a rally being held by one of them dudes, Nick Fuentes, Charlie Kirk, one of the damn same-ass races. Like, I guess so long ago, is driving a Maybach now. Stories like this is the shit that gets people like me. Okay, and I do mean the melanated. It's when y'all play in our face. Y'all will play in our motherfucking faces. And we just supposed to sit there and play with you. Every time I go on one of these lives, there's always some white guy. Always a white guy. Sometimes it's a white woman. But it's majority white guys. They will come in and there's a litany of shit that they will read, because you know they're reading it. They got to be reading it. It's a script at this point. And they will say some shit that categorically within a day will be proven wrong when it comes to race. You were never a slave, but them 5 kids in West Virginia were. I was never a slave owner, but them 2 white folks in West Virginia were. Racism doesn't exist. Hi, let me introduce you to Debbie Burris and her Facebook account where she's saying that Juneteenth is National Chicken and Watermelon Day. Make sure all the blackies get in there and get them some. It's like, you know how you fucking up? Like you get caught cheating? Like your girl walk in on you cheating? That's what it's like. You trying to make up shit as you go along. But the only way that bullshit works, the only way it works, is if y'all think we are fucking idiots. Play in our face. Just play right in our face. Like, oh, I guess that sounds like a good idea. Maybe it is going away. But we don't. We'll see a story like this and go, excuse me. Hey, so long ago, guy. Hey, racism over, guy. You want to go to West Virginia with me? There was a Pew Research study that came out that they had to retract, or they had to correct. I'm sorry, they didn't retract it, because they said that the majority of black people in this country believe that racism is the reason, or it has been put in place to hold black people back. And the Pew Research people called it a conspiracy theory. Then they had to walk that bitch back. Because that is the problem. See, it's that problem. We live in a society right now, it's majority white, I'm gonna call it what it is, that want to run from, they want to find a way around everything except what the fuck's sitting in the middle. Racism just standing there going, hey, I'm racism, I'm right here. But we ain't supposed to see it. And if we see it, we ain't supposed to say it. And then this story comes out. Like, when you have done 160 degrees of Kevin Bacon, can we get to the part in the middle where racism just standing there lighting fires and shit? There was a motherfucker on a live the other day that said there hasn't been a lynching since the 1800s. And I said, James Byrd Jr., Jasper, Texas. He said, who? Ahmaud Arbery was a lynching, kids. He was. Y'all remember Ahmaud Arbery? The one that Candace Owens told you deserved what he got. And y'all said she was one of the good ones. But now she's not one of the good ones because she said something about Israel. And y'all turned y'all motherfucking back around on her. So it was okay when she was saying shit like that. But when she starts saying shit about people, I guess, that matter to you, now you got to turn your back on her. Not that, though. Not that, though. No. And that's the problem. We will see and hear stories like this over and over and over again. People act as though racism is this insidious thing that hides in the shadow. No, the bitch don't hide in the shadows. There's a dude on here named Country Joe. Y'all remember that sound that I used that had my video violated? He's using the same sound. Talking about his Mexican buddies. Look him up. Country Joe. He'll be the one with all the face tattoos and shit, right? But racism has gone away. It's all right. Looks like it's about 6 miles down the road. And your empirical proof that racism has gone away is that America elected a black president. One in its history. That was the bar that said racism was over. Not the fact that there's been black candidates for a while and never got elected because America wasn't ready, right? And y'all think that thing just disappears? Obama's elected. What? What? So the next time you're on a live and you hear some very well-fed, very bearded white person, usually a white man, say things like racism is over and that was so long ago and you were never a... Number one, ask them about the 100 years between 1865 and 1965. It'll blow their mind. But secondly, point them to this story. Go to West Virginia. Just type in, that's the way I found the video. West Virginia, black kids, slaves. Ask them, how long ago was that? They got arrested this week. So are we resetting the motherfucking that was so long ago clock again? Are we going to reset it? I just need to know so I can set my fucking alarm to it.
So this is all I got from the video, and this is one of the reasons why black people raised alarm when they hear that, or when they you remember there was a video where a woman was asking why do like to adopt black kids, and a lot of them raised alarms that it's not okay, and they also explain why they said it's not okay. The great thing is that why I love black people is that they are really very bold when they are very sure of something. They don't hide it. They say it the way it is. So most of the videos, people, because that it was more like a controversy, like on the internet for more than 3 weeks, almost a month. So many people have so many things to say, and they like they were mocking black people, saying that is because we abandon kids, because there are so many black kids that need adoption. That's why there are people they are adopting black kids. Somewhere like when you talk about slavery, they tell you it's over. And when we talk about reparation, they ask you, did any of your family experience it? The truth is that slavery has not gone away. It has never gone away. It did not go anywhere. Slavery has always been here. It's just evolved. Jim Crow, Red Line, all of it. They are still here watching us on the ground. So each time I hear or I see them drop comment or some people telling me that I am trying to divide the community, and I know it cannot be a black person talking to me, because the truth is that the lies, like, they really owe black people an apology. They need to apologize to black people. They need to tell us that they actually lied to us about black people. Because if not that I am saying all this right now, and some people are saying it, how do you want some people to believe that all the lies, the propaganda that has been pushed out on the internet, and the ones, because they told us something and they told you people something too, which some people are still holding so close to their heart that they did not even want to make research. But what if maybe let's say I am not that learned and I did not get to know about this? Because all this while, they told us that my people are the problem. And not just telling us that, they also try as much as they could to convince us. But then, looking at the other side, learning, unlearning, relearning, then I found out how messed up everything is. So they owe Black people an apology for all the lies, for all the propaganda they pushed out. Now, moving forward, some people are going to ask you when did this video happen? I want you to know that this happened. I mean, they just arrested them. And the neighbors, they have been calling the cops all this while. But the cops kept saying that nobody's life is in danger. But now they say that people's lives are in danger. That's why when we talk about the privilege they have, they don't know how privileged they are. Because if we're to be a kid that they call that people called cops over or called on behalf of, trust me, that problem would have been rectified almost immediately. Neighbors found out that something like this started happening since last year, September, and they kept calling cops and all that. And the cops will show up and show off. But the last one that happened, it was just their cup that was full, or that it's full. You can imagine a child that lives in the United States. I don't know the kind of hard labor that he has been subjected to that made him have sores all over his feet. And not just only that, he has a very terrible odor. So hygiene-wise, no. Subjected hard labor. The huts, because they ended up building huts for them. You really need to see the hut to indeed explain to you that they are actually indeed slaves. Yeah. Because that is the purpose. Because if you see that hut, you definitely will know that they have a purpose. And to tell you that they know what they are doing, the kids do not have light in the hut, and they do not let them cross over to their main building. So that hut is where they stop. God, this is just unbearable, you know? I do not want to, I am trying to wrap my head around this, how people could be very, very deadly or very evil about how many kids all in one decided to see. Now this is to tell you, see this white savior that we'll talk about, or it's really a thing. It's a thing, and we think it is not. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.